It's live. Oh, hold on a minute. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live show. Today's live show, we've got something really exciting. We've got like two at the moment extra people, but we are hopefully going to have somebody else joining. We have the wonderful Casey and Sarah. Casey from CaseyAnnBooks and Sarah from Sarah Churchill over on YouTube, otherwise known as Clumsiness is a Curse. Now, we are all here today just to have a bit of fun and to talk the dolls and to talk about voodoo and to talk about mystery and romance and mean girls and all the fun things. So I thought what we could do then is, since we're going to hopefully wait for Kiki to join us when she's available, is we can just crack on, and maybe the first thing we can do is talk about one word to describe your reading experience of the dolls, because we've all read it. So we're going to go from Casey to Sarah, because that's the direction I can see you in here. So we're going to go one word, Casey, Sarah, then me. So yeah. Oh, do you want to show? Should we show the books?
Yeah. Well, mine's in the corner.
Hey.
Show the pink pages and the glitter.
Already? Yes. And then snake skin. So overall, this book's just got a great cover design and everything. So let's go. Casey, I'm going to ask you to please describe the dolls in one word.
It's a really cheesy word, but roller coaster.
Oh, roller coaster.
Yeah, it got me on a roller coaster of emotions. Niles, I really enjoyed it, and I think roller coaster describes it.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's definitely one of
ups and downs.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those books that takes you on that journey, isn't it? Kind of, you have different things are being thrown at you every now and then. So
yeah, like
I can see what you mean by that.
Yeah. Ben?
Yeah.
Sarah?
Sarah.
Okay. Well, I guess this is the one word that I've always said. It's a lovely book here. The one word that I keep saying about it is fun. It's a fun book to read. It was the reading experience. My one word would be fun. One word to describe the book is a different thing. I'm tempted to just kind of say bitchy. Is that allowed? Can I say bitchy?
Yeah.
That's kind of like how the bit that stood out for me. Like there's so the mean girls part of it and the bitchiness, the cattiness. I really enjoyed that.
Lovely. For me, my reading experience, I'm going to describe it as drowning, because I felt like you kind of just drown with the story and you can get into it really easily and just flow with it like water. So I'm definitely going to use the word drowning to describe my reading experience. And to describe the book, I agree with you when you said fun, but I don't want to use that. So I'm going to now try and find a different word. And the different word I'm going to say to describe the book is mysterious, because it is an extremely mysterious book. There's so many things that you're trying to work out what's going on. So I don't know. I feel like that's a perfect segue into maybe us giving a brief description of what the book's about. Okay, so I'll start then. And so the dolls, for me, the way I would describe it is it's about a girl called Ebony who goes and moves back to a very secluded town in Southern America, like Louisiana. It's not Louisiana. It's called, I could pronounce it wrong, but it's Charful.
I thought it was Caraford.
Caraful, I called it.
Caraful.
So many things. We'll ask Kiki when
We'll
she comes in.
check with Kiki.
Yeah, exactly. So this book is a really, really like fun story, because it's about this girl, Ebony, who moves back to this secluded town, like I mentioned, which is surrounded by gates. Now, there's something odd about this town. There's something which just isn't quite right. You have the really pristine looking section, and then there's one part which isn't so pristine. And she goes to a school and she's trying to fit in, and she gets introduced to this group of girls, and these girls call themselves the dolls. Now, to describe these girls to you, the way I describe it is like mean girls. I know Sarah and Casey agree. They're very much like very Regina George, very mean girls, very popular.
But you like them at the same time?
You do. You like them. You don't trust them. You like them. You like them, but you hate them. you envy them, but you want to be them. And it's about Ebony getting caught up with these group of girls, and after a mysterious death that happens during her time at school, and she's one of the last people to witness the person that dies, she kind of is on this journey of finding out what's going on, and she's actually thrown into this world of voodoo. And we have KiKi, who's just arrived. Hi, KiKi.
Hey,
hi,
sorry.
how are you?
Good, I'm so sorry. I couldn't figure out how to get on.
Oh, it's okay. How are you doing? Are you all right?
I'm good. I'm just driving to my sister's house, which was about a 4-hour drive, so I just pulled over to talk to you.
Oh, great. Well, we won't keep you for too long then, because I'm sure you know you're driving for ages. But I was just wondering, could you maybe give like your description of the book? I've just given quite a brief one, but it would be really cool to hear from your words.
Sure. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at describing my own books. So The Dolls is basically a novel about 3 teenage girls in a fictional town outside New Orleans who are queens in a voodoo-like magical tradition. So it's kind of how their life, there's a lot of intrigue and romance and stuff like that, and magic, as the main character, Ebony, kind of becomes a part of this world.
Excellent.
That was terrible. That was a terrible
No, that was perfect. That was perfect. You definitely covered it. And what I thought we could do then quickly is we could each maybe ask you some quick questions, and hopefully get those who are watching just to send in some questions via the Q&A, and I will ask them to KiKi or to whoever's in the panel. So do you mind, girls, if I kick off a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
That sounds great.
So,
that sounds great.
Yeah, KiKi, the inspiration for voodoo, where did that come from? Why voodoo?
Okay, so my friend Nick actually suggested it. He's a film producer, and so ultimately the idea is to maybe make a television series out of this book series. You know, fingers crossed. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but he kind of came up with the idea that that it might be sort of a fun thing to do something that was sort of like Gossip Girl or Mean Girl, but with voodoo. So I went to New Orleans and did some research into voodoo. I mean, it had been something that had always fascinated me. And it's something you find a lot of in Savannah, Georgia, too, which is someplace I love visiting. So I love New Orleans and Savannah. So voodoo's always fascinated me. But the more I looked into it, the more I realized voodoo was very involved with religion. And I didn't really want the religious overtone to the book. I thought it didn't, you know, because when people practice voodoo, like voodoo practitioners are serious about it. Like it really is something very serious to them, and it's all tied in with God and their religious beliefs and all that. You know, one of the things that a lot of voodoo practitioners use are statues of saints, for example. And I kind of wanted to take it away from that religious element, and I wanted to make up some of the rules of the type of magic they practiced.
Yeah.
So it's voodoo influenced, but it's not exactly voodoo.
Right, and that's really interesting. Well, I think now we can move straight on to Sarah, because Sarah's been in control of the necklaces, the pendants, and I'm sure Sarah can kick off by showing and explaining what she's got.
They're so cool. I love them.
They are gorgeous, the necklaces. So yeah, I mean, can we just check, how would you pronounce the town?
Oh, I would say Carrefour.
Carrefour. Okay, great.
Good.
Okay. We couldn't agree. Yeah, so I mean, when do we want to announce the winners of the giveaway? Because
I feel like we could announce the giveaway people maybe in the next 15 minutes or so.
Yeah. Okay. So
does that sound good? Yeah.
The prizes, that if you saw my video, the prizes are a copy of the book, the UK edition, which Ben showed earlier, which are really gorgeous, and also I am wearing one because I don't want to give it away, but I will. I will. 3 of these stone of say it again.
Carrefour. That's how I would say it, Carrefour.
Okay. The stones from the book, and in the stories, these stones are the things that sort of channel the energy, the magic, to sort of make them stronger. So each of the 3 girls has one of these. So we have 3 necklaces. They're all slightly different, and they've been custom made especially for this by a jeweler in London, I think. So they're really gorgeous. So we'll give those away a little later.
I love them. I wish I had one. I think they're so cool.
I want it.
So beautiful. So, Casey, did you have any questions you'd like to ask KiKi?
Yeah, I know that you had the voodoo element and stuff, but kind of what inspired the whole story in general? Like, I can't even say either. Carrefour, like the
yeah.
town, and kind of, did you get a lot of like inspiration from when you went to New Orleans and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Florida, which is the South, but isn't really the deep South. It's so strange because geographically it's further south than Louisiana, but there are so many people from the northern U.S. who've moved to Florida that it's made it kind of like a transplanted north. But that said, there's still a lot of Southern culture where I live, and I've always been so fascinated by just that that sort of eerie, a little bit gothic feeling that you sort of get in a swamp town like Carrefour. So some of the inspiration did come from going to New Orleans, but I think a lot of it just came from, you know, my own imagination. The town I went to college in, Gainesville, Florida, is a little bit more of a southern town with, you know, lots of old oak trees with, you know, the Spanish moss dripping from the trees and all of that. It's a little bit more atmospheric. And I think towns like that just really capture my imagination. Savannah's a lot like that too. So I think I've just always been drawn to that sort of southern gothic feeling town. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. I know that there's a lot of fashion elements in there kind of as well. Are you a big fashion buff, or did you have to do your research a bit?
I did have to do my research a little bit. I'm ridiculous. Like when I'm writing a book, if it doesn't come easily to me, I always immediately go to luckymagazine.com or like people.com, and I'm always like, yeah, I am a fashion buff. But I did actually have to do some of the research into the labels that I listed and stuff, because some of them were things that I wouldn't necessarily wear, but that I felt like the characters would wear. So it's funny because I knew what I wanted them wearing by sight. Like I could visualize it in my head, but I didn't really know all the brand names that would have fit what I was visualizing. So I did have to do a little bit of research into that. But yeah, I'm a fashion junkie. It's terrible.
No, that's cool. We could see it, you know, when we were reading it, we could see it coming through. So
yeah. So one big thing, especially as well, is the visual aspects of the book. Now, this is obviously the UK edition, and I know the US edition is a bit different. Now, what's your views on the UK edition? Do you like it? What bits do you like? I personally think it's lovely, and I love the whole pink glittery snake.
I love it. I know it's so great. You know, the U.S. edition has a shoe on the cover, has a gorgeous high-heeled snakeskin shoe, which is so cool because I actually found basically the identical shoe.
Wow.
It gave me a great excuse to buy the shoes and walk around in them for weeks.
Yeah.
Which normally I wouldn't have spent that money on shoes, and normally I would have walked around in 5-inch heels for weeks. But that said, so I really liked that about the U.S. edition, the excuse to buy shoes. But the UK edition, I just think is gorgeous. The first time I saw the cover, to me, it just so captured the spirit of Carrefour. You know, with the beautiful gate and kind of the snake detail woven into the gate. And I love the sprayed edges. That was something I wasn't expecting. I didn't know they were going to do that. And when I saw them for the first time, I was just blown away. I think it just adds that extra little bit of magic or something special. So yeah, I really, really, really love the UK edition.
Yeah, absolutely. I know when we were sent the proof and it had practically the same cover, and when we found out that the cover for the finished book was going to be similar, we were all very excited about it. And I think it's very aesthetically pleasing. And and I do love the American cover actually. I do like the shoe, and I like the next book, because could you introduce us to the next book? We're not really doing many spoilers, but like what kind of things can we expect from the next book?
The next book, which is at least the US title, is Midnight Dolls. I assume that'll probably be the UK title too.
Yeah, it says it at the back actually.
Oh, perfect. That's good. You're ahead of me on that. So Midnight Dolls, basically what you can expect from that. I think that the tagline for the US edition says something like more mysteries, more trouble, more magic, or more power. I don't know, something like that. But that's kind of what it is. It's kind of to be perfectly honest with you, I like Midnight Dolls a lot more than I liked the Dolls. This was the first time that I had ever had to develop a whole world like this. And I think that if I were to do it again, I think in the Dolls I would have, I don't know, maybe I feel like I spent a little bit too much time on the world building, if that makes sense, like sort of establishing the rules of the magic. Whereas in Midnight Dolls, I think I just had way more time to deal with the plot and to deal with the complications and to deal with there's a love triangle that happens in Midnight Dolls, and Ebony discovers a whole separate side to her magic also. So it's basically like double the magical tradition, double the danger, and
Wow.
double the romantic complications, I would say.
Oh no, that sounds great, because something which I actually enjoyed about this book, and I described it earlier as the reading experience of like drowning, just falling into this book and just going with the flow. Something which I really enjoyed about it was the world building, because I personally love books with magic and witches and that kind of theme. So being able to find out about the rules, the religion was really exciting, and I'm now you've just said about the fact that these powers double and you know, new channels of what's coming about. I'm really excited about the next
you. Oh, that's awesome. Well, you know, thank you for saying that about the world building and that you liked that. You know what? Like, I feel like it's kind of one of my weaknesses as a writer a little bit. I feel like usually I like dialogue and I like plot, but I sometimes have a hard time setting the scene, or not a hard time, but I just tend to do that more sparsely. And I think it's because I come from a background as a journalist where you're kind of just taught to get right to the point. So like the whole time writing the Dolls, I'm like, the magic already exists, I just want to get to the point. So so it was almost a struggle for me to kind of build the world on the page, but I'm glad you liked it. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah, no, great. And yes, Casey looks like she wants to ask something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we talk about Caleb a little bit?
Yeah, I love Caleb.
Yeah, can you talk a bit about him just to get wet the people's appetite?
Oh, I'm sorry, Casey, you're breaking up a little bit. Can you say that
again? Could you talk about the lovely Caleb for a little bit, please?
Yes, sure. So Caleb, who Ebony sees in the very first chapter of the book, she just kind of catches a glimpse of him, and then he becomes more of a character later. Caleb is sort of this reserved guy who's been part of this magical tradition also, and you kind of find out a little bit more about that as the book progresses. His family is also linked into this, you know, century-old tradition in Carrefour, but he feels very torn about it. So whereas the two other main characters, Peregrine and Chloe, they're very, you know, gung-ho and all aboard about this magic, Caleb feels differently, and the magic sort of ripped his family apart a little bit. So he's sort of at this place in his life where he's struggling between what his responsibilities are and what his feelings are about the magic. So it kind of makes him a little bit at war with himself, if that makes sense. And I think it makes him a little bit broody and complicated. But visually, I always pictured him as a slightly younger version of that really cute doctor from Grey's Anatomy. I can't think of his name. I think in real life his name is Jesse something. Do you know who I'm talking about? The one. Does anybody watch Grey's Anatomy?
I don't. I haven't for a really long time. You should tweet us a picture though, so we can see, because that would be really cool.
I will once we get off this chat. My gosh, what is his name? That's driving me crazy.
It will come to you.
Jesse
Wait,
Williams?
what's that?
Jesse Williams.
Jesse Williams. Yes.
I just googled it. I didn't know.
Oh no, thank you. Yeah, so I kind of visualized him as like a younger Jesse Williams. So usually when I'm writing, I don't ever visualize somebody real. Like I just, even when people say who would play the roles in your books, I always am like, I don't know. Like, you know, in my head, they're fully formed people. He's one of the only people I've ever visualized right from step one. Like, yep, that's Jesse Williams. So yeah, so he's adorable, I think.
I think Casey's right by saying he definitely whets the appetite of readers pre the book. He's a very, very good character in the book. And I personally really liked Chloe and Peregrine. Is that how I say the names are right?
I say it Peregrine, but I'm not sure if that's actually, I don't know. I suppose I wrote it, so I get to pronounce it however I want.
However you want.
It's in my mind, it's Peregrine. Chloe and Peregrine, yes.
Okay, Chloe and Peregrine, I personally like them because I love the whole Mean Girls kind of vibe, where they're kind of lovable, yet you're like, oh, yeah, champagne for breakfast, boys hanging off every arm. But then again, it's like, oh, I don't trust you, so I'm still going to be very wary of you, even when you're being nice to me. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say I'm glad that you like that about them. I always liked Chloe. I think Peregrine's a little bit of a tougher case, but I feel like in the second book, you kind of get to know them a little bit better, and like I feel like they have their defenses up very much in book one, and as Evany gets closer to them, those walls kind of come down a little bit.
Cool. Is the second book out? Sorry, Casey.
No, it's not.
You know, you would think I would know that. In the US, it comes out September 1st.
Right, that's what I thought. Okay.
I suspect it'll be out in the UK in March. That would be my guess.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Because I was aware that your first one in America was published pre the one in the UK. Exactly. So then I was kind of hoping you'd be like, yeah, it's out now. So I was going, okay, I'd go read it on the Kindle, you know. but yeah, sorry, Casey, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, going off your characters again, kind of like, what character do you kind of relate to the most in the story?
That's a really good question. Probably Evany, and I kind of hope that everyone can relate to Evany, just because she's kind of that classic fish out of water in a way. You know, she's kind of plunked down somewhere where not only does she not belong, but she doesn't even understand like how to belong. Do you know what I mean? Like it's sort of the world where the rules are just beyond her. And you know, I remember feeling like that in high school. Not that there was voodoo in my high school, or that I'm the heir to some great voodoo tradition. That would be cool, though, huh?
Yeah, that would be cool. I want that to happen.
I remember, yeah, exactly. But no, I just remember feeling very much like, you know, I don't get that magical spark that other people seem to have, sort of. Do you know what I mean? So, I think Evany's a little bit me. You know, which one do you identify with the most? All of you.
Ooh. Do you know what? We go Casey, Sarah, and me. So I
probably think Evany. Personality. Yeah, but I definitely wish I had the Dolls wardrobe. That's for sure. I'll have her brain and then their outfits. Then I'll be all happy and set for life. Yes. Then.
We go Sarah.
Sarah, sorry.
Well, I guess Evany is the one that's the most normal. Is it not that normal is a thing really in this town, but I guess in that way, Evany. But I really liked Glory. I know she wasn't wasn't the main character, but for me she I liked her a lot.
Thank you. Good. I liked her too. I forgot all about her.
Do you know what? Obviously, being a male, I still quite like to think of myself as a Chloe because, like I said before, I love witchcraft. I love magic. So I've always, even as a child, always pretended to have it. Or if it's silly to say, but even in like a situation where when I used to go to London for the first time, in my head, I'd be like, don't be scared, you're a powerful witch, you've got magic powers, nobody can mess with you. Like, that's what I do. So I kind of like Chloe because she's kind of tough, yet she's soft. She has this really caring side, yet she's also a bit like, ooh, okay, be careful, you know. But I quite like her. I want to find out more about her in the next book. I want to delve into her world, but I like her. I do really like her. And I also like, is he like a housekeeper?
Oh, but Boniface, yeah, Boniface.
Yeah.
I like him too.
I love him. He's so nice.
He's a very lovable character.
I liked him too. We don't see as much of him in the second book, but I'm hoping that I'll write a third book, and I would like Boniface to be. Actually, you know what? In the first draft of the Dolls, he was much more present. There was much more about his backstory and how he had I don't think it ended up making it into the final version of the book, but there was a lot more about where he'd come from and like how he had sort of fallen in with the dolls in the first place. And
Right.
and my editor ultimately said that this is too much of a history lesson, because I talked about like slavery in the South and, you know, all this stuff that had happened in the 1800s, which is when he'd been born, because, you know, he's been alive all these years.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, which I thought was so neat. But she was like, "Yeah, you're turning this into like a Civil War lesson." I'm like, I didn't mean to, but anyhow, yeah, I liked him too.
I would like to know more about him and his backstory, and I think that'd be quite interesting to actually. I would personally think, you know, maybe having a book, a YA book which does cover possibly topics of slavery. I think that's quite a positive thing to kind of, you know, educate young readers and let them know that it's happened and stuff. So I'm all down for it. But yeah, he's definitely a very, very interesting character, and I really, really liked him. So.
You know, you're just giving me an idea. I wonder if I should write like a short story or a novella or something to give to us for it to come out, like about Boniface. You know what I mean?
You
like,
should, because I think
cool.
that's. I do. I think with the platform as well, you can really use the platform positively, and, you know, educate people, the readers, in a way which is, you know, fun, because it's obviously going to be a YA, you know, made up novel, but have those true elements in about slavery. I think that'd be really interesting. Actually, I would definitely read it.
Cool. Okay,
so
good. I'll think about it.
Yeah, definitely. Should let us know. We're going to announce I think we should announce the giveaway people in 5 minutes, so it's a nice half an hour, like half the thing. So I think as well, I don't know if you need to rush off soon, but I thought we could just go into some maybe little fun questions, really quick ones now about, you know, I'll just shoot one and then let Casey and Sarah.
Okay.
Oh, Casey, you go first. Casey, go first.
Yeah.
Casey, go first.
If you could have any voodoo spell right now, which one would you have? I know mine. Shall I say mine first?
Wait, say
yeah, if you
again.
could do
any beauty spell?
Any voodoo
No,
spell?
a voodoo spell right now.
Voodoo spell, yes. And you said you would say yours first?
I would just say I'd like an unlimited supply of Doritos. That's it.
That sounds delicious.
That's all I want in life.
Oh, I'm hungry.
That's all. Yes, Doritos for life.
I love it.
What would yours be, KiKi?
I would, you know, I don't think that they do this in the book. Like, I don't think it's something that's within their realm of power, but I would fly. I've always wanted to fly. If I had, like, any kind of, if the dolls were able to figure out a charm to make themselves fly, that's what I would take. Yeah,
I like that idea, actually. I kind of, with the one which I've got in my head, I quite like also, I know it's not really in the book, but if they could have a charm, for example, maybe if they could wear another awesome kick-ass necklace like the one Sarah's going to be announcing in a minute for the giveaway, maybe to control like an element or something, to like charm an amulet, and you know, put their voodoo into an amulet and be like, I control fire when I'm wearing the amulet. I quite like the idea of that. What would yours be, Sarah?
Goodness, that was pretty well thought out.
Yeah, mine sounds really boring now.
Told you, I've thought about being a witch my whole life.
And Benjamin, I have to tell you, a little spoiler for book 2, there is actually a great fire in book 2, so you're onto something there.
Oh, maybe I am a witch, and I'm just
maybe
not.
You are.
Oh, I wouldn't be
surprised. Cool, Sarah. What would your power be if you could do any voodoo spell?
Oh gosh, because it's like such an open thing. I'm trying to think of some of the entries we had into the giveaway, because that was generally the to enter you had to say what kind of spell you would do. Yeah, other than not being ill. Sorry,
Sarah, your one would be when you click your fingers, your hair changes colour each time. Yeah,
that's a very good
cool though, right?
I like
it seems
that.
to keep coming, you know, changes. They'll just go
pink,
purple, blue.
If I could make it be different colours and lengths, that would be even better. Because now I've cut it all off, I'm a bit like, I keep seeing people with long hair and I want long hair back. So yes, that's a really good idea. Changing colour and changing length at will.
Okay, great. And before we just do it then, because it's nearly coming up for giveaway announcement time, before we do that, I thought we could maybe finish off by KiKi, if you could tell us your one book you recommend, YA book you really recommend people to read, and the YA book you've most recently read.
Oh, that's so hard. I have just started the YA book, Codename Verity. by Elizabeth Wien. I'm not sure how you say her last name, but it's really good so far. And
is that a war novel?
Yes, yeah. World War II, yep.
The Electric Monkey, I think, in the UK that published it, Casey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's so good so far. I'm just at the very beginning, but gosh, a book I would recommend. You know, I went to a writers retreat last summer with several other young adult writers who I got to be really good friends with all of them. We're doing it again this summer. I'm very excited. But one of the ones I enjoyed so much, and you guys have probably heard of it, Jay Asher, he wrote 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
So if you haven't read that, I would so strongly recommend it. It's just such a great book. It's about and he's actually on this tour right now. The book has to do with bullying a little bit, and he's actually on a tour all across the U.S. called 50 States Against Bullying. He's going to all 50 states in the United States, one school per state, to talk about bullying. So it's really kind of a neat initiative. So it's just a beautiful book. I would really recommend it.
Yeah, I haven't read that, but I definitely
think that his book is one of those that have come out now. I know that came out a while ago, but definitely one of his that kind of represents a special a theme in YA at the moment, which is like mental health and suicide and bullying and stuff. So I definitely think that his one is at the top of the list in terms of the theme of that right now in YA. So
absolutely. So Sarah, I'm going to throw it over to you now with the ability to tell everybody who won those absolutely stunning necklaces and books.
I'm so jealous.
I know, I'm really jealous. I want to keep it. If by power of technology it lets me put it up on the screen, we shall see, because it will be easier than me trying to, actually pronounce anything. KiKi chose the winners for us. And let's see if it'll work.
Yeah.
Is it gonna work?
We can't. It's gone in your picture, but we can't really see.
Okay. Right. Okay.
No, it's okay. Let's do a dance break. Da 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 da.
Oh, there it is. I have it.
Yay!
Yay!
Well done. Congratulations, book lover Lisa, Laura, Bruchelle, and Ruda Patel.
That is exactly why I put them on the screen.
Absolutely fantastic. So you guys are the winners then, I suppose, of the amazing necklaces. Sarah, if you want to explain what will happen.
Yes. If you could message me, email me, or DM me on Twitter, any places you can find me, and give me your addresses, and I will get them in the post to you.
Yay! Excellent.
And can I just say, I read through all of the comments, and I thought all of them were so cool. So thank you so much to everybody who responded on that thread. I thought it was so cool to read through and figure out what everyone would have for their powers.
Oh, excellent. I need to go and have a little read through, because obviously I need to get some more ideas.
Or your witchcraft, yeah.
Witchcraft. I have many ideas. I'm just banking them all. So, KiKi, I'm sure that you need to go and drive yourself, on your long journey. I hope you haven't got long left. We're going to carry on the chat for another half an hour and do some more. But thank you so much for coming to join.
Thank you so much for having me. And all of you, thank you so much for the beautiful videos you did. I was just so... Benjamin, yours was the first one I saw, and I was literally crying watching it because it was so cool.
Thank you.
They were all just, they were amazing, all of you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I had the amazing help from here, CaseyAnn. She came to the woods with me early in the morning, and she helped me film, and we did lots of things together. And it was. So
it was an early morning. It was very cold.
Oh.
Yeah.
But so worth it.
Not used
to it. So worth it.
It came out absolutely beautifully. I was blown away. So thank you so much.
No, thank you. And thank you for writing this great, fun book.
Well, thank you for being so nice and supportive of it. I really appreciate it.
No worries. And you have a lovely, safe journey. And we're going to carry on talking about some stuff. All right?
Thank you so much.
Bye.
I appreciate it. Bye.
Bye. Bye. So, what a fabulous, beautiful, beautiful woman who just came to join us to talk all about her book, the the dolls. If you guys have recently just joined, what we're going to be doing basically is just kind of talking about the book. We're not going to go into too many spoilers, most probably not many spoilers at all, but we did host a read-along which Sarah, Casey and myself were on, and we were joining in and stuff, and we really enjoyed reading what you guys are saying. So I'm going to kick it off to...
Can I interrupt you a sec, Ben?
Yeah.
1 second. You know, guys, whoever's watching this, you know, on the Goodreads, where can people actually comment and ask questions and stuff?
On the Q&A section, or on the YouTube video, or tweet
So
us.
is that on the left of their screen, isn't it?
Well, they've got to click open the QA section.
Okay, so you guys, if you want to ask a question, click on the Q&A button. It should be here somewhere, right, Ben? Yes, Ben?
Sounds beautiful, Alan.
Yeah, and if you guys want to talk about the book or ask questions, then go ahead.
So it says, so Let's Talk Books actually has a question saying, if you guys could have any voodoo spell, what would it be? So we answered that one already, but what I thought we could do is maybe change the question up.
Yeah.
And if you could make a love spell on any celebrity, who would it be?
Okay, Ben, guess mine. Can you get mine, Ben? I'll let you go.
Can I guess yours, Casey? Yours is either, it's either two, so don't shoot me down yet.
Okay.
It's either going to be Jamie from Outlander or Jamie Dornan. So it's either one of the Jamies.
Neither. Neither. No, Ansel Elgort. Come on.
Go. You haven't talked about him for a while, honey. Okay, Sarah, if you could make any celebrity fall in love with you.
I'm trying to narrow it down, but I think I'm going to have to go back to, you know, my longest running love affair with Jensen Ackles. I think it has to be.
And who can guess mine? Come on, Casey. Come on, Sarah. Guess mine.
Theo James.
Wrong. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber.
Oh, he's a delight.
So yeah, and so that we've answered that question about voodoo, because obviously this book is heavily got some voodoo in it, and also it's a very unique style of voodoo. So like KiKi said earlier, you do learn all about the branch of voodoo that they practice, and it does involve some dolls. It does involve herbals and very plant-based magic, like absorbing energy from the plants to use in their spells, and also it involves the necklace, which obviously we've talked about being very important. So I'm just reading some comments now just to get some extra things. And it says,
I got cramp.
Oh no, not again. All we need now is for me to spit water, or you to spit water and me to start crying. So Curls, Pins and Coils says, I love Kiki's personality. I want to buy the book now, but I just like her so much. She definitely is a very unique person, so I'm very excited that she came and joined with us, guys. So also, I thought what would be quite a fun idea is if we all got our book. Have you all got our books with you? If we all got a book, and if we all read 2 sentences each from the beginning. So if I started, and then Casey, and then Sarah, we're going to read 2 sentences from the book and do it in a flowed story, okay? So we need to set the scene. Yeah.
In an accent.
In your lovely Welsh accent.
Chapter 1, The Dolls by KiKi Sullivan. When I open my eyes and blink into the milky morning sunlight, there's no longer snow on the ground outside the car. Instead, the brown-grey tableau of New York... of the New York wind, endless cypress trees lines the road, their branches heavy under the weight of trailing Spanish moss, and their green leaves catching the first rays of dawn.
As I strike from a deep slouch in the passenger seat, it takes me a second to remember exactly where we are, Louisiana, or en route to Louisiana anyhow. I'd fallen asleep just before midnight, some 800 miles into our drive. Now, just after 6 a.m., thick white fog swells around us, making it seem like we've been swallowed whole by a silent dropping forest.
I get the first dialogue, don't I? Good morning, I croak, unwinding a tangle of red hair from my watch band. Morning, sleepyhead, Aunt B replies without turning. She's focused intently on the road ahead, as if expecting other cars to suddenly appear, though the woods appear entirely deserted.
Did you sleep okay?
Did you sleep okay?
I glanced at my watch. I guess I said, how are you feeling? She's been awake for at least a day running on coffee and Red Bull. I'm hanging in, Aunt B says, her face taut with expression. We'll be there soon. Cool, I try to smile, but it comes out as a grimace. I still don't understand why we're doing this. 3 days ago, my life was normal. Winter break was almost over, and I was getting ready to celebrate my birthday and the start of the second semester of junior year. Then Aunt B, my legal guardian since I was 3, announced over coffee and Cheerios that we're moving back to Carrefour, Louisiana, the town where we left 14 years ago, right after my mum killed herself.
Dun, dun, dun! I think that's it, right?
That's a good place to stop.
That was a good. So there's a little snippety Anya into The Dolls by KiKi Sullivan and by Casey and by Sarah Churchill. You can buy the audiobook, which we filmed.
There is a question.
Yeah?
It says, KiKi said she got the idea from a producer. I haven't read it yet. Turned into a TV show. Which actors would you choose?
Oh, you cut out a little bit then. You cut out a little bit.
It says, I haven't read it yet. I can say, could you see the book turned into a TV show? And which actors would you choose? So who would you choose for Evan?
Okay, should we go Casey, Sarah, Ben?
Oh, I'm trying to find her name. Someone. Ben, you start because I'm trying to find her name.
So yes, I can see it being a TV show. I think it could be quite cool as a web series, actually, nice, like short web series videos. And I see Evany being, I don't know, I was gonna say Hermione Granger, but her name's not that, is it?
Emma Watson.
What's her Emma Watson? I can see her being like an Emma Watson.
Yeah, I guess, because it's like, I mean, I think she's meant to be a sort of a naturally, like, really pretty girl, but in a natural way, and then the dolls are a very kind of, you know, they have the ability to change their looks, don't they? So they are more your sort of traditional Barbie doll kind of looks to them. That's how I picture them, because they know they are able to change things, so they do enhance things. So yeah, that Evany is a more natural.
They do enhance things.
They enhance things.
I found her name.
They enhance.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Right.
Oh, girl, that's
even though she's like she's not very in every way adaptation. But like, I think she'll be really good, and Ansel Elgort will be good as Caleb. I'm just saying that because I want it to happen, but he'd be really good as Caleb.
Yeah. Do you know what though? I've got another question. I have. Would you like me to?
Oh God, I'm so excited. Go on then.
Okay, here we go. If you could enhance one thing about yourself, what would you enhance with Voodoo?
My hair is flat as anything. Nothing a dry shampoo can do.
Nothing. So you want to enhance that? Okay, cool. What would you enhance, Sarah?
I'm not sure. I'd really want to enhance. I maybe would want to reduce some things. But I don't think I would want to enhance anything particularly.
I'd probably want. I don't know.
I agree with you. I want to reduce. Honey, reduce just like it's Tesco and you're in the reduce section.
Yeah.
To fail.
You have to get it before everyone else does.
So yeah, that's a funny question. I like that question.
That is a good question, Ben. Well done.
Yeah. So we're going to be coming to the end of our live show soon. So guys, if you do have any questions, then please do ask them either on the video comments or in the Q&A or on Twitter. So I'm just going to check Twitter while Sarah and Casey do like a song.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
My only sunshine.
When skies are grey.
When skies are grey. Is the doll a horror book? This is by KM Books. Is the Dolls a horror book? And what's the scariest YA book you've ever read? It's got elements of horror in,
but it's not scary.
Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't call it a horror book. Yeah, there's like a few. Yeah, it's a creepy thriller, but there's no sort of not really a gory kind.
Watch out for the secret door, guys. The secret door is the creepy part of the book.
Yeah, what's behind the door?
So what's the scariest
YA? The snake. Ugh. Oh, that's a good one. That's the scariest YA I've read. I don't really get scared by books.
Say Her Name by James Dawson.
Oh, yes, yeah, agreed.
That book is about Bloody Mary and like teenagers in school bring her back to life.
You know, I found another Osborne book actually, which I found quite creepy, was the Dead Beautiful series. Very eerie.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was that is definitely romance.
I haven't read it.
Sarah, you're reading The Haunting of Sunshine Girl, aren't you?
I am. I'm reading that now. I'm only a few chapters in, but it did creep. Yeah, it creeped me out. The first chapter. This is not a spoiler. At the end of the first chapter, she hears these. She's moved into this new house, and she hears these noises. And then as she's falling asleep, she hears night night. And I swear to God, I had these earplugs in because I have to sleep. We have to sleep in earplugs, don't we, Casey?
Yeah, we.
And
we cannot.
So I had these earplugs in, and my husband came into the bedroom, and I swear to God, I nearly screamed, frightened the hell out of me. So after one chapter, it had destroyed me.
Do you know what? I want that to be an audiobook.
Yeah. Hint, hint, Macmillan.
Because The Diviners was scary when in the audiobook, because it was that I'm singing a song.
Going back to the earplugs, funny story. I stayed in Ben's sister's room and I left them in her bed and she got scared when she found them.
It was disgusting.
Hey, they were clean. What were we talking about?
I'm just looking for questions and there's lots of
someone asked, will it be published in Italy? We're not sure.
We're not sure, but you can definitely buy it.
Book Depository and get it.
Yeah, so I thought it would be quite a cool idea for myself to read the back of the book because, you know, obviously I sound like a really professional audiobook reader. So I'm going to do it in a American accent.
Oh, no.
Sarah Green, Maru, hello, St. Perry are the dolls. Boys want them. Impossibly beautiful. Dangerous.
Let me try.
Lena. How do I do? Lena Duquesne.
Lena.
Hey, Sugar Plum. Hi, Sugar Plum. Impossibly beautiful and dangerously powerful, they hold the town of Carrefour under their spell. Girls want to be there. The newcomer Ebony Chevelle is not so easily swayed by their glamour until she discovers she's a doll too.
She's a valley girl right now.
Someone wants them dead. And when a killer sneaks past the gates of Carrefour, only the dolls' combined power can stop the murderer in their midst. Sultry, seductive, irresistible. Welcome to Carrefour. Where's the claps? No one's clapping.
You deserve an Oscar.
Yeah. One day we will learn how to say that word.
Carrefour. But do you know what? I think it'd be a cool idea to wrap up again this book by just explaining to people, maybe in one sentence, why they should read it. What bits really stuck out to you as readers? So Casey, then Sarah, then me. What bits in the book stuck out to you as a reader?
Well, I would say, like, if you like maybe American Horror Story, especially the Coven series. Have you guys seen it?
Oh yeah, I just got shivers.
If you like the Coven series, which I absolutely, they're all decked out in black and amazing clothes, then you would absolutely love this book. it's set in Louisiana as well, both of them, New Orleans, and honestly, it's just got this eerie, amazing, and I haven't come across any YA with voodoo, really. Really? I can't think of any. You probably.
There's a little bit of voodoo in the Beautiful Creature series.
Yeah, but like one that's set straight up about it has never come across.
No, you're right. This is unique in that aspect. I agree. Sarah, what do you have to say?
Well, I guess, I mean, we've sort of said a lot about how it's, you know, if you like the Mean Girls kind of idea and with witches, then it's perfect. That pretty much describes it in the best way. There's a lot of other stuff in there. There's sort of secret organizations, and there's betrayal, and there's you don't know who to trust, and all that kind of stuff. So it's very much a mystery, creepy mystery. So it kind of covers a lot of genres, really.
Yeah, I agree. Something which I really liked about it. Obviously, I love the magic of it, but I liked the ambience and the setting. Like I like the idea of this town being very secluded. It kind of reminded me of that. Do you remember there was that movie of those people that were brought up in that village, and then they were told that everything outside is not existent, and then they do.
Yeah, it's called The Village.
I love those kind of.
Or Divergent.
The Village.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Divergent, or the Hallowed one.
Spoilers.
But you know, yeah, exactly. Okay, so I think we should end there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this live show. We definitely should do some more. Thank you, Casey and Sarah, for coming onto my channel and joining me today. And thank you to the author KiKi, and thank you for Osborne for sending us his books and giving us a chance to, you know, have some fun with a book. And I've really enjoyed myself. So thank you so much, guys, and definitely come and tweet us your thoughts and comment on this video, because we're going to be leaving it up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you do consider reading the book in the future, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.